Look who finally showed up. I've been waiting on this guy right here all day.
I better put my mask on so you can't ID me.
How you doing?
Good, you're all
Good,
set.
thanks a lot.
Have a great day now.
You too. Okay, don't mind the iPad that's already here. Yo, why is it that anytime you order a package of something you don't care about, they show up at like 7:30 in the morning, but as soon as it's something you know you waiting on, they don't want to show up to the friggin' last minute. I literally waited on dude all day long, and as soon as I get ready to go out the door to go run my errands, here he come pulling up. But anyways, what up y'all? It's Tight Shirt Terry back in the building, and today the shirt is tight. Hope you're having a good day so far. If this is your first time here, yo, a fat welcome to you. If you're part of the fam, you're part of the squad, you came back, hey, welcome back. Come give me a hug, give me some dap or something like that. Great to see your beautiful face again. So today, we're taking a break from camera content to talk about this new iPad that I just freaking ordered, right? So listen, I did put up a video. I do kind of feel cheated by Apple because they didn't give us the things that I wanted in the 11-inch, mainly mini LED, and it's like they're forcing us to get the 12.9-inch, which I'm not really happy about. But anyways, neither here nor there. This is the 2020 iPad Pro. And a few things that I'm very excited about for the 2021 iPad Pro is mini LED, which is really the main reason why I got the new iPad Pro, is because I wanted to test it out to see if 12.9-inch was too big coming from an 11-inch, and also to see what this new front camera is about and Thunderbolt and how that might possibly be able to change things for people who are doing a whole lot on their iPad. So I guess without further ado, I know you saw a whole bunch of unboxings already, but I haven't unboxed this, so I'm gonna unbox it right here on camera, and then we're gonna talk about what I think, just initial impressions. But I got a couple videos coming in regards to these iPads and if I'm gonna keep the new one or not, because I'm gonna just be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. That's part of why I'm making these videos, is just to be transparent. I love the iPad Pro. Outside of cameras, drones, and iPads, this is pretty much what I do on this channel. So hey, y'all ready to get into it? Let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and move this current generation iPad Pro out the way. I'm gonna slide that to the side. I got my handy dandy knife right here. Let me go ahead and open this freaking box. So y'all want to do the honors? Here's the knife. Here you go. Just like that, I almost jabbed myself right in the chest with this sharp knife. So that's that. Get out of here. Okay, so here we are, shiny new iPad right here. Now, for context, I did get the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. I prefer the 11-inch. I already have a huge MacBook. I don't necessarily want to carry around another huge device. However, I had to see what mini LED is all about, and unfortunately Apple has made it to where we can't get mini LED, let me put this back in my pocket, without getting the 12.9-inch. So like I said earlier in this video, part of the reason why I went with the 12.9 is to see if I could make the adjustment from 11-inch to 12.9-inch, because 11 is freaking ideal. Now, I got the base model. I'm just gonna be honest. The cheapest 12.9-inch you could get, which I'll tell you why I did that in a separate video. But right now, that's all you need to know, is I got the 12.9-inch base model. Okay, so let's put this on the table. You gonna open or no? And boom, right here. Do y'all wanna see what's inside? I mean, I'll show you that. Okay, a cable, charger, and alright, we don't even need to play this game. I know you don't want to see what's in the freaking box. It's typical Apple stuff, right? Initial impressions, oh my lord. This is a big tablet coming from the 11-inch. Look at that size comparison. You might not think that it's a big deal, but going from a tablet this size to now a tablet of this epic proportion, yo, this feels like, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but whatever. Let's go ahead. Let me put this in the mic for y'all so y'all can hear all that. Y'all hear all that? Get that out of here. All right, now look. It looks just like the previous one. I opted for the space gray because, in my opinion, the space gray just happens to look boss, and that's the one that I like to go with. So I did not clean this iPad off. I'm sorry, I got a terry cloth around here somewhere, but you just gonna get all this french fry grease right now. So here's a side-by-side comparison for y'all of what the 11.9-inch looks like versus the 12.9-inch. Now, it's a pretty freaking big difference. I did not get the Magic Keyboard for the 12.9-inch because, let's just be honest, I don't know if I'm keeping it or not. And frankly, I kind of feel ripped by Apple that I need to turn around, although I just bought a Magic Keyboard for the 11-inch and now buy a bigger one for the 12.9-inch. And I didn't even want the 12.9-inch, but whatever. Okay, so let's turn this bad boy over. I mean, this is a pretty massive size difference. It is. So while this is booting up, if you like this video so far, do me a favor, drop a like on the video. If you don't like the video, hit the dislike button 2 times. And if you haven't joined the family, now would be a great time to join the squad. Do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button down there right now because I told you to, and make sure you turn on that notification bell while you're at it. Just go ahead and do that, all right? Music and everything in this video is from Epidemic Sound. If y'all need some copyright-free music and you don't want to worry about none of that problems and all of that stuff on your Instagram, YouTube, and all that, go ahead and get that free trial down in the description. 30 days for free, no credit cards or nothing like that. If you choose to keep it, which you're gonna want to, you just choose to keep it. But if you don't want to, just go ahead and cancel that and move on with your life. So, new iPad Pro is powered up. This is a huge difference. A huge difference. Now, I've looked at these side by side in Best Buy before, but actually having them in front of me, it is a huge difference. Let me unlock this one to show you. So looking at these screens side by side, I had to skip forward some because I got jammed up with the password and all of that stuff, but we here now. Looking at these bad babies side by side, it is a big freaking difference. Like, it's almost kind of silly how much more screen real estate you have. And to be honest, I don't know if I want to carry around a tablet this big. I mean, this is real easy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I could just pick this up and go. This, on the other hand, this feels like a dinner tray. This feels like a lunch plate. This feels like a freaking dinner tray. Yo, this is a big freaking tablet. But anyways, hold on. CJ is asking me to join a FaceTime. Let's go ahead and join this. Hey, y'all might as well say hi to the camera right now because I'm mid-filming. So why don't y'all just say hi to everybody? Anyways, this is CJ Unplugged and C-Kid Tech. These my bros. Hey, we all filming our Apple content right now. Now I'm gonna call y'all back because y'all interrupted me. Goodbye. So yeah, I don't know if I really want to carry around a 12.9-inch iPad. Now, I know a lot of y'all want to know, like, is it really a big difference with the screens? So I'm about to put the same photo on both of these and then I guess we could compare them side by side. Now, I know like the difference is under normal circumstances, this isn't a whole lot brighter. It's only about 100 nits brighter. But when you go into HDR content, that's where you really start to see the bright areas peak up to around 1200 nits, which is freaking huge. So we might not be able to tell. And the reason I'm doing that is because a lot of y'all will want to know in the day-to-day usage case, like, is it a big difference going from a regular LCD going over to mini LED if you're not watching or consuming HDR content that's going to help you benefit from all of those local dimming zones and 10,000 mini LEDs in the background and all that stuff. So let's find a wallpaper. I mean, you could tell this one is a little bit better, but it's not huge like you might think under normal circumstances. Let's do something else. Let's go to YouTube. Okay, so I finally got signed into YouTube and I got the same video pulled up on both. So it's the Costa Rica in 4K 60 frames a second. Set them both to 4K, set this one to HDR, and let's go ahead and press play to see if you can tell a difference. And right off the bat, just looking at it, the 12.9, the whites are much brighter. Okay, I understand now. This is pretty significant, and I don't know if that translates on camera, but it's a pretty significant. That's a big deal. Why the 12.9 is buffering and the 11-inch is not buffering, I don't know. That's a big deal. And maybe you don't see it on camera, but just looking at them side by side, the 12.9-inch, the image is significantly brighter and the dark parts are much darker. This looks like some type of AMOLED display, to be honest. Is it enough to make me switch from an 11-inch to a 12.9? I don't know yet. I could see myself really like consuming a lot of content on this. However, it's that size trade-off I'm not really sure that I'm too much happy about. Now, listen, even though the screen is much brighter on HDR sequences, the blacks are a lot deeper. I think in normal day-to-day usage, you're not really gonna tell that much of a difference. For y'all that are wondering, is it worth the extra cost? Or is it worth the trade-off to go up to a much bigger tablet, or iPad I should say, just to get the nicer display? It's not like this one is inferior all of a sudden because this one is out. Yo, this is still a beautiful display on the 11-inch. So yeah, I don't really know how I feel about that yet. Now let's talk about M1. M1, I don't think in the iPad is a big deal. I'm just being honest. Now on a desktop application where you got an actual operating system, we talking a different party, right? But on an iPad, like it's the same old iPad. The processor in last year's version was way overpowered, and M1 just takes that to the next level. Now again, are you gonna notice that in freaking day-to-day usage? I don't think so. The only time you're really gonna notice a difference, and I haven't noticed any difference like opening apps, like both of them are snappy. As soon as you press it, it's open. I think the only time you will really notice a difference is if you're doing something super intensive, such as like video editing and exporting, which this one also flies, don't get me wrong. This one still renders faster in real time. It can still chop through whatever you can throw at it. This one is only better, so I suppose the M1 can probably handle more, and especially if you're using Thunderbolt and you connect into like an external Thunderbolt dock and drive in display here, XYZ, then maybe the M1 may have a bigger benefit. I haven't tested it out, so I can't speak too much of it yet. M1 is here to stay. It's an amazing chip. I just don't feel like the iPad utilizes enough of it for most people to make a difference. It's not so much of a huge deal to me because I've never run into a situation where the 2020 iPad Pro cannot handle anything I threw at it. So yeah, if we were talking MacBooks or Mac Mini or something, totally different ball game, because you have an actual operating system that you can use to push the M1. But iPad ain't gonna push the M1. It's just like a big glorified iPhone, which, you know, you don't really need all that power because last generation was powerful enough. The only other thing I was really excited about was center stage. I don't care about the camera improvements on the back because who uses an iPad for taking pictures? Don't be one of those people. You just shouldn't. But the front camera, considering that everybody uses zoom and everything, center stage is huge, but I could get that on the 11 inch, not the 12.9 inch. I don't need the 12.9 inch to get center stage, and it is dope, by the way. But I don't need the 12.9 inch to do that. So right now, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just being honest. I do like the bigger display. I much prefer mini LED over the 11 inch regular LCD, but again, it's not like this is a bad screen. I don't want to carry around a huge tablet. I do appreciate the extra screen real estate and stuff like that. And, you know, people say that you'll get used to it going from an 11 to a 12.9, but this is a considerable difference. And if I'm going to pull out something this big, I might as well just go get my 15-inch MacBook Pro out where I have an actual operating system to do whatever the hell I want. I suppose if I didn't have a MacBook Pro, or if I had like a smaller MacBook Pro, then maybe the iPad 12.9 inch would be somewhat of a consideration. But for me, it's just not a big deal because I don't want to carry around something this big, especially when you slap a Magic Keyboard on it. Those are my initial thoughts and impressions. Obviously, I have to do way more testing for the next couple videos that I want. For now, let me know what you thought about the 12.9 inch. Which version did you go with? I'm curious to know what y'all think. So I'm gonna go ahead and test this some more, and then I'll be back with some more videos. So till next time, piece of chicken grease. I'm out, Terry Warfield. Peace.